feeding the globalist. And that if I can just die knowing that we made the world a better place than we left it, then that's total victory. And I had that intense image. And it was really a great comfort. That is fulfillment. It's not houses or cars or women or power. And last night we were up here researching government psychological warfare manuals written by Edward Bernays and others, and it was going back almost 90 years ago. It was about 1920 or so. This particular document, Bernays said, media is honored in the United States, newspapers mainly, and radio was being developed. Media is honored for being muckrakers, for really telling the truth, for exposing corruption and letting the chips fall where they may. And that's the newspapers people buy. And he said, how we're going to get them is we're going to start these press correspondence dinners. And Bernays started it in 1920. And he openly said, with the Department of War and with the White House, they said, we'll have big dinners every month in New York and in D.C. and in Chicago. Those were the big three main cities at the time. And we'll bring them in and influence peddle and let them be with the movie stars that were emerging and with famous writers and with the politicians and smooze with the bankers so that it's a social club like a fraternity. And so these people will be afraid to expose corruption or they won't be invited to the party. And then at the parties, they can basically be bought off by these cliques. And I was watching a correspondence dinner from last year with Glenn Beck wearing his skull and crossbones cummerbund or corset. And I was watching the Democrats, the Republicans, all of them together. And it was going back to what Jesse Ventura said in Obama Deception about how it's like professional wrestling. During the day, they get up there and fight with each other, Republicans and Democrats. But at night, they go out and have dinner and get drinks together. And their daughters and sons marry each other. And, you know, Mary Madeline's married to Carville. And you've got these other families where one brother's the Republican strategist, the other brother's a Democratic strategist. And they're just playing the field. And that's what Fox News does with its different holdings. They'll put out a globalist, carbon taxing, anti-gun message on TV, but put out a we're conservative on Fox News, owning the market, owning the full spectrum. And I was watching the correspondence dinners as they're let into the big facility, and they let fans in to cheer and yell, and the news camera shows them. That's the image of the public who's watching the TV. That's the mirror image of them, that this is important, that this is what matters. And then the Hollywood people, the music stars, the TV stars, these racehorses being let in and puffing up and getting off on talking to the media and getting off on being seen by the crowds and being let in to be compromised all together in this spectacle. And then I'm reading the warfare manuals, how they did it. And so that's the issue here. Not only have I refused to sell out to all of that, we've gone in and created a third way versus the fake left and fake right, and Hollywood is on fire with many of the biggest names who now are obsessed with the New World Order, global government, eugenics. They know all this information, and there's a fight in Hollywood going on in at least the last 6 years with the old line producers and the big corporate owners trying to threaten and suppress a total revolt of all the Hollywood people to stop playing the part of fake liberals and eugenicists and to break out and say no to James Cameron and say no to Steven Spielberg. I mean, I have this directly. You heard Michael Braverman, you know, big TV producer, without me even bringing it up, say this a few months ago on the show. I mean, you wouldn't believe the names. I can tell you Bruce Willis. I can tell you Keanu Reeves. I can tell you Charlie Sheen, Willie Nelson, Jesse Ventura. I can tell you Woody Harrelson. I can tell you some of those names, but the other ones are even bigger. Okay, I'll tell you. Brad Pitt. You want me to keep going? But they're still scared to go totally public because if they do, they'll be destroyed. We're taking their icons away, getting them to free their own minds, We are this close to victory, folks, if you'll just realize that. You understand that? We're taking their Hollywood system away from them right now. We are engaging them. We'll be right back.
We all know that Berkey water purification systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 5 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey water filtration systems. The Berkey Light systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light system today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $209, and the Berkey Guy will include 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and ship everything to you free of charge. That's right, 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and free shipping. An $87 value, yours free. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.
They helped to create a new world order.
We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible Empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The New World Order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
It means all the world under their control.
The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world.
Invisible Empire chronicles how men of power and influence have worked in stealth for centuries to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Global governance with the establishment of the G20.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
Invisible Empire. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com, or watch it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Gold isn't for you? Ted Anderson, president of Midas Resources, one of the world's premier gold and precious metal investing firms. I get it. You wouldn't buy gold if you believed that the government is doing a great job, that the Fed will stop handing out trillions of dollars like bailout candy, that Social Security would be there for you. That's not what's happening. You might even pass on gold if the stimulus package wouldn't fuel inflation, or that the dollar wouldn't lose value, or that your retirement would be secure. If all looks rosy to you, then now is not the time to buy gold. For the realist, there have never been more sobering reasons to diversify with gold. Since 2001, the U.S. dollar index has tanked 30% while gold has risen 300%. Right now, savvy investors are adding gold to their portfolios. You should too. Find out what they know. Call us and I'll send you 10 reasons why gold will do very well, free. 800-686-2237. 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
You've seen our SinoFresh banner on the GCN website.
Yet your sinusitis is still a problem.
Are you waiting for your sinusitis to go away by itself?
Are you waiting for a SinoFresh discount?
Okay, here it comes.
But first, the facts.
67 other products merely treat symptoms
and not the cause of sinus problems.
And 37 million Americans suffer from sinus distress just like you. But now many are finding relief with the only patent-protected homeopathic nasal product that antiseptically eliminates the known causes of sinusitis. SinoFresh.
Now, here's your limited time discount offer to use SinoFresh.
Call 888-906-3636 right now for $2 off per bottle when you mention GCN. That's it. Just call 888-906-3636 and mention GCN for a $2 discount.
But hurry, this offer is only for the first 1,000 customers.
Call 888-906-3636. 888-906-3636. Call right now for $2 off per bottle.
Mention GCN.
Buy SinoFresh.com. It works.
Okay, coming up in the next segment, I'm going to really quantify how the system's trying to keep us in a controlled left-right paradigm and how there's revolts happening within the Democrats, the Republicans, Hollywood, and the media, and how the system is really trying to co-opt all of those subgroups and keep them back on the reservation. That is coming up. It is so important. But I want to get into economic news right now. I talked about United States Joint Forces Command warns that huge U.S. debt might lead to military impotence, default, and revolution. Gold surges to all-time high, $1,270. Silver exploding, as we told you it would. We understand how this works. Kurt Nimmo has a key report up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Gold and silver explode as banksters abandon market manipulation. And it gets into how they've decided, at least for during the fall, to stop manipulating it because they've been unsuccessful to hold it down. And, of course, the dollar is plunging. That's why they always try to keep gold and silver down before, because it's a real commodity that competes with their fiat, fraudster, derivatives, financial speculation system that they've unfairly used to consolidate global power. Now they want a carbon tax to fund their total takeover. That's in shambles, crashing and burning as the fraud comes out. It's not a foregone conclusion that we're going to go into tyranny. We can get a reprieve like Nineveh when Jonah went there, folks. You don't have to give in to evil. There is a tide in the affairs of men when taken at the flood leads on to liberty, to slightly alter Julius Caesar's quote. So I've got all these reports. Here's Bloomberg. Gold reaches record. Stocks fall on economy concern. Yen gains. I briefly wanted to bring Ted Anderson up because he is the owner of the Genesis Network. He is our biggest sponsor, and that's who I work with, is who has the best deals. And he bought a bunch of gold and silver 3 months ago when it was way down, sold out of that at the lower price when it went up. He bought more in the last 3 weeks when it was a lot lower than it is now. That's about to run out. And this will run out again, and it'll go up even more. All the evidence shows, and then we'll give you the next discount. But you need to get on this train now. He's got silver at the best deal I've ever seen him offer. He's got smoking deals on sovereigns and buffaloes and franks. And go search these radio specials. You're not going to find anything near this anywhere. I challenge you. We've got a link to it in Kurt Nimmo's story about the bankers abandoning gold and silver manipulation for now. At the bottom, we've got a link to the radio special there online, because people always requested, can't we have the same special online? Yes, it's there. But briefly, I wanted to bring Ted up before I get back into the news and more on the economy. Ted, again, Bob Chapman called it with precision 2 months ago, a month ago, 2 weeks ago. I mean, here we are, and the fall is just getting started, Ted.
Yeah, you're right about that, Alex. Boy, the market is just hot as a pistol right now. What I'm doing now is, last time I offered the Frank at $270. I have just a little tiny bit of inventory left, but it is going to be going up. That coin is going to be $280 here real shortly with the price increase on gold. I am going to hold it, and I'll take the loss because I just really want people to get involved. And at this time, that is just a smoking deal, especially considering the fact that you get that forecaster subscription for an entire year with it. It's like buying gold at $555 an ounce. That coin, that Walking Liberty half at $9.75. I was searching eBay. I couldn't find them. Rarely can you find them for $11 a piece, mostly in the $12. And I'm selling them right now at $9.75 a coin. I mean, that is just phenomenal. But the thing is that people really need to get moving now. I mean, Europe is falling apart now. Prices are rising. We're seeing that inflation coming that everybody's been talking about.
But I mean, Ted, let me explain this. Silver is at $20.50 right now, according to Kitco. You're selling silver at below spot.
Well, that would be the Walking Liberty half, which is, Walking Liberty halves are 0.72 per thousand. It's just probably just a little bit over, but it's not by much. It's just right there hanging in. The main thing is Walking Liberty halves don't trade at this price. I mean, you can't buy walkers at this level.
The point is it's a half-ounce coin.
Yeah, the silver coin is a half of the silver dollar size. It contains a little bit more than, it's almost a half of an ounce. It's like 0.36 something if you take
the point is nobody's
content.
selling this stuff right at spot, and you've got it there, and that's going to run out quickly too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's the whole point right now. I mean, it's a very finite supply. I don't have a whole lot of them there, and the price is rising. As a matter of fact, if you go to the internet right now, you're going to find the price has gone up over $11 on this coin, and I'm sitting here holding the coin down at $9.75. I mean, it is this is a no-brainer, folks. I feel really good promoting this. 800-686-2237, 800-686-2237. Tell them it's the radio specials to get the price when all this was lower.
Their regular offers are still competitive, but they're more. You only get this on the link at Infowars.com in Kurt Nemo's story or by calling 800-686-2237, 800-686-2237. Don't screw around with your destiny. Paper is death. Gold and silver, that's God's money, folks.